Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Texas Wedding Podcast. This week, we have Jordan Fatheree on the podcast, who is one of the first friends I made when I was pushing into the Dallas market. Started going to WIPA in Dallas. He was on the board at the time and was one of the first people I connected with, really reached out with, got good time with at some of the events. We'll get into that in the podcast. But in case you don't know Jordan Fatheree, I think most people listening to this will, but in case you don't, Jordan is the Director of Sales and Events at Rosewood Mansion, which, yes, is the OG, is the first of the Rosewood properties. What a cool guest to have on the podcast right now, hearing from him, learning from him. But on top of that, Jordan is the Director of Programs for the WIPA National Board. But before we really get into it, I have a couple announcements. I never do these. I never do announcements. I have 3 this week, so buckle up. Here we go. We are starting a series on this podcast for the next couple weeks. We're doing a series featuring people for the WIPA National Conference. So if you haven't heard about it, August 9th through 11th, WIPA is doing their first national conference in Dallas, Texas. It's unofficially dubbed WIPACon. It might be called that occasionally, but it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic. And it's the first one. I'm really excited to have it here in Texas. So for the next few weeks, we're going to have people who are a part of it, who are a part of making it happen, whether it's main stage speakers, designers, some of the panelists, even people behind the scenes who are making it happen. You're going to get a few weeks of people who are involved in making WIPACon happen. Really excited for it. Really excited for you to see who else is going to be coming on the podcast with it. Announcement number 2, it's been on social. Maybe you've seen it. I'm excited to announce that I am going to be speaking at WIPACon. It's my first time speaking at an industry event. So I'm equally parts excited and terrified, to be transparent. But I will be speaking on Video 101 for non-videographers. It's one of the breakout talks. The goal of it is to empower non-videographers to really take advantage of video, using video in their marketing for building their brand, and to not be afraid of it. So again, it's my first time speaking. It's going to be a good time. I hope I get to see you there. Announcement number 3, this episode is my first sponsored episode of the podcast. This is sponsored by Waco Work. This was recorded in person with Jordan in the Waco Work studio, and they were kind enough to sponsor it. I love using the Waco Work studio. I've used it before in my branding for the business. You might have even seen it before on this podcast. I love it. It's got a killer location. It's right downtown Waco, just 2 minutes off of I-35. It is seamless to book. It has fantastic lighting. It just makes my life and my job easier when I need something to look good. So any listeners to this podcast can get a 10% discount on booking the studio. That's all in the show notes. Scroll down. If it gives you any trouble, shoot me a DM. 10% off for listeners to this podcast, booking at the studio. Okay, that's it. Thanks for making it through those announcements. Let's get into it. I can't wait for y'all to hear from Jordan Fatheree on the Texas Wedding Podcast.
I say if you don't like this music, you don't be listening to it. You know I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, then you go somewhere but here, cause you know we're only losing control just for a minute.
Jordan, we're in Waco. You know we're in Waco. Do you come to Waco often?
I love Waco. Waco is the halfway point for me and my mom.
Okay.
So we'll meet in the middle, and we had our birthday luncheon at 1924.
Yes.
And I was just telling you, like, I like to work from that coffee shop and in the library there. And I don't know, it's just so charming here.
It's great.
Everyone's so friendly.
Good. I'm glad people are treating you right. Well, Thanks for coming down.
Yeah,
coming back
and you're
on the
like
podcast.
right in the heart of everything, like right downtown here. So
it's the best.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Welcome to the studio.
Yeah.
It's
such a cool space.
Good.
Do you remember the first time we met?
I want to say it was at WIPA Dallas. The speaker, it was at the Thompson.
No.
Mm-mm. I was going to say it was at the Thompson, and the speaker was from New York City, and he was a photographer with the curly hair.
Curly-haired Phil.
Curly-haired Phil.
Past president of WIPA New York. No, we met before that.
When?
You don't remember?
No, I'm drawing a blank.
The flower fight.
Was the flower fight before that?
It had to have been. Okay, let's think chronologically. It had to have been. Yeah. Right? No, you're right.
I was going to say, I think the one I'm talking about, I don't know if
Thompson maybe was right. Maybe that was right before.
The Thompson, I think, was the same year. And maybe we didn't actually meet at the Thompson, but I know that was my first WIPA event ever, was at the Thompson. But we probably didn't actually get to connect there.
We didn't connect there because I remember the first time meeting you was at
the
Warwick Melrose at Flower Fight.
Yeah.
That was such a crazy event.
Those were insane. I think y'all did 3 of them. Can you summarize what those were?
3 total.
I remember and will never forget those. Can you paint a picture of that?
For sure. And also MVP, you.
No.
The turnaround time on that and creating that content on the spot. Okay, so recapping what Flower Fight was. In it, 3 years, epicness.
Huge.
We had this idea, WIPA Dallas, of doing a competition, something that we had never really seen before, definitely not locally, and getting florists involved, but also everyone loves beautiful flowers and creating that.
Yeah.
And really it felt like a reality show. On your mark, get set, go.
Yes.
Everybody's in teams of 4, and it is there's a flower market on one side of the room and a rental market on the other side of the room, and everyone is on their team and they're running to go get literally individual stems of flowers.
Running is not an exaggeration. They were running,
sprinting
fighting
for their lives. And also getting, at their station they had tools, but everything else linen and chairs and flatware, glassware, china, all
vases,
of that.
Everything.
And literally creating, and there were teams that had no floral experience. There were, of course, professional floral teams.
Yeah.
It was pretty iconic.
It was the perfect combination for the people doing it of this is fun and silly, and people who just want it, who really didn't have any idea what they were doing, just fun and creating, and you're putting flowers, it looks beautiful. You're putting flowers together. But then you also have the other teams who it's they're there to win. They're not messing around, and they built some of the craziest things in an hour, a 60-minute period.
Yeah.
I'm
are you competitive?
Blown away. I'm competitive. Yeah, I am competitive.
Did you play sports?
I did play sports.
Okay.
What sport do you think I played? I grew up in LA.
Baseball?
Volleyball.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Was since 3rd grade, grass leagues, volleyball. Yeah, played that all the way through high school. It was
so cool.
The one sport. What, did you play sports?
I grew up in a teeny tiny Texas town and played every sport and did every extracurricular possible. So I played football, and I was also the athletic trainer for the team, and also for the basketball team I filmed. I was the camera guy, and then I did track, and I ran cross country, still a runner now. I was a dairy food judger.
Where did you?
A part of FFA.
No.
Competition.
Where did you grow up?
Rockdale, Texas. So it's an hour from here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
An hour which
outside
direction?
Of Austin.
Outside of Austin. Okay.
Yeah.
That combination sounds like not real life. It sounds like someone not from Texas writing a small Texas town character.
Student council president, student body president. I was really into Stuco, so that explains the. Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's incredible. Okay, so you went from that, and we were talking earlier, you started in the hotels when you were 18 years old. So you went straight from that small town, dairy judge, videographer, trainer, straight into hotels. Where did you start? What did that transition look like?
I moved to Austin, I applied to some Texas universities, and I was I don't know what I want to do. So I'm let me go to Austin Community College, figure it out, take some basics. Yeah. And as soon as I walked into Austin Community College, I remember looking at this wall of pamphlets when pamphlets were a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm going through all the brochures, but I see meeting and event planning, and I was okay, out of all of these brochures, that one seems really fascinating. And I opened it up and I called the department chair on the phone, and she's come to my office, let's meet. And I went in, and Virginia Lawrence, she was big mentor and amazing. And she told me, she's like, I'm going to get you really set up in events. You're going to be so successful in this career.
Yeah.
And she told me that she used to plan weddings at Disney, and I was just like so overwhelmed as like this 18-year-old kid. But she really took me under her wing, got me really into a lot of events within Austin. She got me hooked up with hotels. So again, by the time I was 18, it was like opening up a hotel.
Wow.
And then opened up the W Austin Hotel downtown, and had some really great mentors, and had the desire to go to hotel school. So packed up everything in my car and went to Las Vegas and studied at UNLV.
I was gonna say, am I stupid that I didn't know hotel schools were a thing?
Hotel school, yeah.
Okay. Now I know.
So UNLV, one of the top programs anywhere, and had such a cool college experience.
Wow.
I literally could see the Las Vegas Strip from campus. And it's right there by the Strip, and right when you fly into McCarran Airport. Interned at the Four Seasons on the Strip, which is on the top 5 floors of Mandalay Bay.
Wow.
And that was really where I got my training in, true luxury hospitality.
Yeah.
And going from like W, that was like at the time such a like cool brand, then to Four Seasons, which was like very strict. It was a little bit of an adjustment, but it gave me the foundation that I so appreciate now. And yeah, I had so many of my mentors met there at Four Seasons in Las Vegas.
Wow. So you were at the Four Seasons while you were at UNLV, or was that sequential? Did you first go to UNLV, graduate, and then go to Four Seasons?
So the whole time that I was
the way to learn.
Living in Vegas, I was always had a full load, anywhere from 18 or 21 hours of a course load, and then immediately would go from class to there to Four Seasons, and would change into my uniform and get on the floor, and would do it all over again.
Yeah.
Still had time to, go to the nightclub when I could. So
that's the way to learn, I feel like, doing the school and then doing the thing at the same time.
Absolutely.
Envious. That's incredible.
It was easy to write all of my college essays because I had practical experience, and I'm just relating all of that and bringing those stories into those essays and those assignments and those projects. So
huge. When you graduated UNLV, did you stay at the Four Seasons for a time?
I did. Yeah. I took first job in sales there at Four Seasons. So I did a few different positions at Four Seasons. So started out as an intern in banquets, a very high volume operation there, and then worked in the restaurant, the Veranda restaurant, which is very popular space overlooking the pool, and then got into sales there and had so many people that took care of me in the department and really allowed me to learn and grow, and then moved to Dallas.
Incredible. Yeah. I love hearing hospitality does such a good job of like moving their people around so much to different hotels, to different companies, to different like positions at the hotel. I feel like you get so well-rounded with just a couple of years in hospitality because you don't know one thing, and like this is the one thing like the big picture so much better than other industries, I feel like. Do you think is that true?
You have so many different departments that could be fully functioning businesses. I mean, you have a restaurant or multiple restaurants, bars, you have all of these outlets that could be standalone, and then you have, of course, the hotel, and then you all have to work together as one dysfunctional family and make it all seem seamless. So
okay, so you went from Vegas, you moved back to Dallas, you've hopped around from there. Can you tell me a little bit about what you're doing now, where you're at now? Catch me up on life right now.
Yeah. I do have
Is there something else you want to talk to?
Yeah. So
wait. How can I intro it? Is it like something that happened in Dallas?
it was like, okay, so when you landed in Dallas, like, tell me about that.
Let me do that. Yeah. Okay, so after Vegas, you're moving back to Dallas. You land in Dallas. Tell me about life in Dallas.
Moved to Dallas for a relationship, as one does when you're,
Life.
young.
Yeah.
So moved to Dallas and didn't have a job, but I had this great experience with Four Seasons, and my ex was words, Jordan. Had lots of friends. We were in a suite at a Rangers game, somewhere that really would never catch me.
Yeah.
But I ended up being there with Julian Leaver, and he was like the first industry person. He was the first industry person that I met here in Dallas.
Wow.
And Jordan McCarter with Top Tier. Do you know Jordan?
I do. Not well, but I do.
So actually, I need to say first, Jordan McCarter, because he has Top Tier Rentals, but also has the staffing division.
Okay.
So I had, moved to Dallas for love, as one does. And he was also friends with my ex. He was like, hey, I need more cater waiters. So I was like, well, great, sign me up. Yeah. So I was doing that until I landed with Rosewood.
Okay.
I landed with Rosewood because of interaction with Julian Leaver. So I was meeting him at this Rangers game and telling him, about my background. And he was like, great. Well, I am over 2 hotels for Rosewood as an area director of catering and events back in the day. And this was 2014.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's just have coffee this week. So we had coffee that week. And then, within a couple days, he had a job for me. So.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And
yeah,
then,
I feel like meeting him at that Rangers game was like, oh, you're the perfect person in this whole entire city for me to be sitting in this suite with right now.
For sure.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Are you and him still close?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Julian, he's the best. He's so talented, and it's been so incredible to just continue to see him have so much success. But he's the hardest working man I know.
Yeah.
I mean, and he surrounds himself with the best vendor team and creatives, and the team that he's built. It's all amazing. So yeah, he does a lot of work with Rosewood. He has helped us 2 years in a row now we have created something called Rosewood World of Weddings, which our second Rosewood World of Weddings will happen next month.
It's exciting. I didn't know that.
Rosewood Sand Hill, yeah. So we hosted the first one last year. So my colleague and counterpart at Rosewood Bahamar in the Bahamas, Shauna, she's incredible. Love her. When I first landed back with the mansion about a year ago, she said, hey, a couple of the resorts want to come to Dallas and, do a cocktail party.
Cool.
And I said, oh, great. Well, we should get Julian involved.
Yes.
Yeah. If anyone is going to plan and design something for wedding planners, I think he could be the one to
first name to come to mind.
Really do something that would impress everyone and do something different.
Yeah.
And he definitely did. We also, we got 8 resorts in the collection together to do this event.
Wow.
And really brought together destination wedding planners from really all over. Came in for this kind of gala night, very intimate, and then an educational breakfast to follow.
Amazing.
And it was such a success, and we knew we had to take it on the road. So this year it'll be in California, Rosewood Sand Hill, in Palo Alto, in Silicon Valley. So we're excited to bring this to life again.
Are you still a part of planning this one, with it not being in Dallas, with it being in California instead?
So Shauna and I are working with the resort team there at Sand Hill. They've been incredible. Julian and his team, and then also we work with Persephone and the Media Socialites from a media perspective. So it's been an incredible partnership. So
incredible.
Yeah, we'll be heading there next month.
Incredible.
So we're so excited.
We've hardly touched on what you're doing right now. So we've covered when you were 18, we covered Vegas.
Okay.
I want to hear about what you're doing right now at
Yeah.
Rosewood. What's your position? What does life look like for you?
Yeah, I'm director of catering and events at Rosewood Mansion on Turtle Creek, which is the birthplace of Rosewood. It's where the brand was founded, started, and now we have, around 50 hotels around the world, and
Insane.
some of the most iconic hotels and resorts in our collection. So something really special to be a part of. This is my second tour of duty with Rosewood. So it's truly like being back at home with the mansion.
Yeah.
And I have an incredible team. So Gary on our team handles conference services, and he was my director of catering back in the day. He, says he, wants to retire, but I'm like, it's never going to happen.
Sorry, Gary.
It's not going to happen, Gary. No. Monica, she has been with the hotel for 10 years now. She is one of the most talented people I've ever met. Cool. She's so passionate. She is a great seller, but she has this amazing attention to detail. And she worked in so many different departments within food and beverage before working in catering and events that she just understands the logistics and is so smart with anything food and beverage. And she handles corporate and non-social and, corporate, social, non-wedding events, but she's starting to dabble into weddings a little bit. Okay. So she's, we're gonna wrangle her into.
Welcome to the world. Yeah, bring one more in.
So that's Monica, and then Logan is the newest onto our team. She came on in February, and she has been doing such a great job. She really is my right hand with just making sure that everything is all buttoned up and perfect and flawless for our clients. So,
man, you oversee so many things in your position. Is there one aspect of your job that's like, this is the thing that I come alive doing the most? This is like what really gets me, or is it just a mix of everything?
It's a lot of things, but I'll give you my top three.
Give me a.
I love site tours. I love the opportunity to be able to share about the heritage of the hotel and the brand, to be able to share about all of the amazing associates that work in the hotel. And there are so many legacy employees that have been with the hotel, some of them for over 40 years, which is so remarkable.
It's a lot of time.
You really don't hear that anymore. And even with such tenure, they have such inspiration still every single day. Wow. And it's not like they have ever, they're just as creative and just as passionate as probably the day that they started. Wow. So like Mary at our concierge desk, our chef concierge, who started in PBX, and she really is, people think of the mansion, they think of Mary, and Arnie, one of our amazing banquet captains too. So I love being able to bring people in for site tours and letting them experience that side and letting them learn about the team and history. And I love the team camaraderie, working with all the different departments in the hotel, and problem solving together. You have culinary and pastry and banquet operations and audio visual, and we're all in our own department, but we're all serving the same client. So that team building, that camaraderie, I love. And honestly, I love getting dressed up and going to work every day, and I love being able to like walk into the most beautiful place. I mean, that's such a gift. You know, I think that working remote works for so many people, but for me, the point of living is this human interaction, and I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Yeah. And it does affect your mindset so much. Like, I feel like I have such a better appreciation now for, especially than when I was younger, for like architecture and the way it changes the mood and the grandeur of things and the way an event changes and the way it changes the way things feel and flow. And I don't know. I noticed that so much going from like wedding to wedding and venue to venue, but also it sounds really inspiring, like getting to work at a place with that kind of like history and grandeur and architecture and to be there every day. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I've had jobs being in a remote capacity, but what really excites me is being able to like, and I also live so close to the hotel, I get to walk. It's the biggest luxury ever.
The dream.
It really is the dream. I mean, yeah.
When you can have like a full work day, like a full normal day of your life, and you never got in a car and drove in anywhere, that's like the best. Especially if you live somewhere like Dallas that can be a total nightmare to drive places sometimes.
There's sometimes that I go a week and I'm like, I have not been in the car.
Not a week.
At all. I mean, I walk to my gym. I walk to restaurants. I walk to friends. I'm, in Turtle Creek. So there's so much to do. It's
everything
such a
there.
Walkable area.
Oh my gosh, you're living the European dream here in
Dallas,
Texas.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
No, that sounds incredible. Okay, I'm gonna start looking for apartments in Turtle Creek.
I know,
you won me
please.
over. This is it.
Be my neighbor.
Done. Let's talk about events at the mansion.
Let's talk about events at the mansion.
There's such a grandeur to the mansion. Like even just the name, the mansion, like Rosewood Mansion, it has like a legacy with it. Can you talk me through what is it that makes events at the mansion like different? Like what is it that makes them so spectacular?
I will say most of our clients have some tie to the hotel.
Yeah.
They grew up coming to the hotel for afternoon tea, for a holiday brunch. So they have this special nostalgia. They remember coming from a very young age. So it's such a special place for them. Or their parents were also married at the mansion.
Wow.
I just had a client where her mom had also been married at the mansion. So
that is
how
so
special
cool.
is that? So
that is so
it becomes
cool.
this multi-generational moment.
Yeah.
It's such a great hotel for celebrations because it is the least cookie cutter building and hotel. You walk in and every room and space gives you a different feeling.
Yeah.
And having the history, each room that you walk through just has different decor and styling. It all is cohesive, but it gives you just something else to look at and enjoy. We host celebrations and weddings for 10 people, for 100 people, for 350 people on the lawn in a tent. So we see these micro celebrations and we see these mid-size, and then, since unveiling the lawn, having the larger guest counts as well.
Yeah.
It is again so special because it's more than a hotel. It started as a restaurant, so people, I can't tell you the number.
I was going to say, I didn't know that. That's the history of it. The building started as a restaurant.
Well, okay, let's back up from there.
Let's back up. I want to hear the full thing.
So 1925, Shepherd King family built actually mansion as a private residence. So that's
Whoa.
where the name came from.
It makes sense now.
So was a 10,000 square foot mansion in the 20s. That was a very large home.
Wow.
So now the first level is restaurant and the mansion bar where we have live music.
Yeah.
The library where we do heritage tea is on that floor. The restaurant patio where there's cigar smoking and outdoor fire pits. And then upstairs, those were all bedrooms that are now smaller event spaces that are so charming. And there's private terraces up there with a couple of the spaces. So just, and again, each room like has the different character.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I said it before, but it's crazy how an event can change and like the mood can change when you move from like the small room to the big room to the architecture just changes the experience.
Yeah.
And they don't make buildings like that anymore. You're right. Mm-hmm. Like when you're in a historic building and it just feels different.
Yeah.
I love hearing the history of it too, that I've never thought of it like that for a hotel, people would be so connected to like childhood memories from a hotel. There's something different about shooting like private residence weddings because of the emotional attachment the person feels to the location they're getting married at. And it's very black and white when you go from like a venue that hosts hundreds of weddings a year, where like a one day in and out kind of deal, to a private residence. Like you notice that a lot. But I've never thought of that same attachment being able to be applied to like a hotel like the Rosewood, where they have that childhood memory and childhood experience there. I love that.
Yeah.
I can already feel exactly what you're talking about with that.
Yeah. And then, of course, we have the mansion lawn. It is the best blank canvas space that was created ideally for tenting.
Love it.
We also do beautiful open air ceremonies there on that beautiful grassy lawn. But honestly, clients love that you can create any type of design, and that's where we see our wedding planners getting the most creative and doing something that literally has never been done before, because you're building something from scratch. So
incredible.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a badge of honor for the planner too, that, this is the first time this build or this thing has ever happened at the Rosewood Mansion, where Rosewood all started. Yeah. It's like a cool competition between them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And give a wedding planner the budget and enough space to work in, you never know what they're going to design out there, what they're going to dream up. Through all the time at Rosewood, all the celebrations, are there stories that jump out of just like, I will never forget this story from my time at Rosewood?
Honestly, every single wedding, there's like a story. It's something about a Rosewood Mansion on Turtle Creek wedding. I could literally, every single couple, every wedding, I could tell a story. But I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick one that was like very emotional, and it was a recent one. This was last month, and and I'm not going to share too much for privacy, but this was our miracle bride. She was hit by a vehicle.
Oh my God.
A few months prior to the wedding, and I received a call from her mother right after it happened, a week after, and of course, very emotional, and I was just in pure shock. And it was the sweetest bride and the kindest couple, and distracted driver.
Oh my God.
She was pedestrian, walking, minding her own business, and the accident was bad, and but so we thought it was going to be a postponement, and we didn't know when. But she was so positive, and with a lot of prayer from a lot of people and her family, and everyone surrounding her. She made a miraculous recovery.
Oh my gosh.
So it was such a special celebration because you have, of course, the wedding, but celebrating her life and her full recovery and the beautiful union that they didn't know was going to be able to happen. It actually still happened on that original date. So, I mean, yeah, we called her our miracle bride. So
wow.
It was such a beautiful day to be a part of for so many reasons. And most importantly, like the sweetest bride and the kindest couple. So I'm so happy for them and
wow.
their love story, and that they got to keep that original date and carry on and begin their life together. So
wow.
Yeah.
It just makes me think, how lucky are we to be in this industry? Like, that's not our story to know. Like, that's not our story to get to be a part of, this like miracle that this family's going through and the recovery and getting to be there. But it's like, it's just such a gift that we get to be like a little part of that. It's such a gift that we get to like work our butts off to make those kind of days and moments like happen for those families.
It is moments like that make it all worth it, that make it so rewarding. And you're right, we get this little front row seat to something that is the most beautiful moment in someone's life.
Yeah.
And we get to help make that happen. I mean, it really is a gift from above, right? So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
In addition to being at Rosewood, you spend a lot of time, and I know a lot of heart, pouring into WIPA and pouring into the wedding industry in other ways. Can you tell me about your time with WIPA? I mean, you've held lots of different positions and done so much with it. Yeah. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jordan Kahn called me, gosh, what year was this? This would have been 2021. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, that tracks. And said, hey, there's a position that I think you should really apply for with WIPA Dallas. This was before WIPA Dallas became WIPA DFW. And he said, hey, I think you'd be great. I said, oh, what's the position? He said, vice president. I'm like, what? You're just going to throw me right into VP?
That's a big position.
He's like, yeah, I think you should apply for that role. And he said, you know, Mary Wright Shaw is current president, so she's going to be immediate past president, and Jacqueline Hill is the VP, and she's going applying for president. And I said, okay, great. Well, let me talk with Jacqueline and make sure that our visions are aligned. And, you know, I had been attending and definitely a big supporter, but wanted to make sure that I was understanding the commitment level involved. And there's no way that you can fully understand the commitment level involved until you're knee deep in it.
I hear that from every person who's ever been on a WIPA board. It's just, I hear that from everyone.
Yep. And, you know, I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh. Jacqueline Hill is one of the nearest and dearest people to me. Yeah. We have been through so much, not just through WIPA, but working on projects and events together over the years, and that friendship and that relationship formed through WIPA naturally and organically. And now anytime that we have the chance to work together and advocate for each other, we definitely do. And because we have all the history and the context, like we just know how to work with each other so well. Yeah. I have so much respect for her. She's so talented and handles so many different types of events. You know, she is able to plan and execute these, you know, large conferences for 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people, doing outdoor events, also does beautiful destination weddings, nonprofit events. So she and her team have such a wide range of work. Anyways, all that to say, she was an amazing president to serve for and under, and then I had my time as president. Tracy Autumn was my VP, and then Tracy was president. I served as immediate past president. Tracy needed a little time away from the board, so then Paula rose to the occasion and was president, and I supported her as immediate past president as well.
Yeah.
Both did such an incredible job with continuing to grow the chapter into what it is today. And of course now Chloe Allday has continued to retain, and I told Chloe, I said, it's one thing to like grow the numbers and all of these WIPA super fans, and to build this community, but it's another to retain, and to, when your numbers get that big, to still give everyone the quality connections. And she's done a really great job of doing that.
It's amazing. It's beautiful hearing you like walk through the chain, and it's like, wow, the lineage that has grown the WIPA DFW chapter into what it is. Like, it's
Absolutely.
Incredible.
It's a beautiful legacy to be a part of. And after I finished my term last year as immediate past president, I wanted to continue my service and whatever that looked like, and applied for a spot on the national board. And this year we are planning the first ever WIPA National Conference.
Yeah, we are.
We are, which you're going to be a big part of.
Not a big part of.
You're
a big part of.
You are.
Well, I'm excited for it, and it's a cool opportunity, but not a big part of it. Don't oversell me.
I'm not overselling anything. I'm so excited that you applied to be a speaker, and can we get a little sneak peek on your talk?
Oh my gosh. I was actually working on it a good bit today, and I had some calls with people to get their opinion on it. I'm doing a breakout talk specifically on Video 101 for non-videographers. How to, like a blueprint to maximize video for your business.
That's so good.
Thank you. And a lot of it comes from...
Do you think videographers are going to be like into this too? This is really geared towards...
It's geared towards non-videographers.
Okay.
I think if videographers were in the room, they wouldn't take away as much, because they're like, I know how to do the things you're talking about, like in different ways. And I feel like this is more like, hey, all this knowledge that's in here. Like, I just want... There's such a big difference in our industry between people's comfort operating in marketing using photography versus operating in their marketing using videography. And I feel like a lot of people in our industry keep hearing how important it is to have video in their marketing and using it more and more and emphasizing it. And it's just difficult. Like, video is just tricky to use. And so a lot of people almost are like, I'm just going to focus on other things for now, and I'll get back to video later. Like, it's still just a big lift. I'm just going to focus on other things now and do video later. So what I'm trying to do is give a blueprint, like give the handrails to empower people that when it's time for another push for their marketing, video, this is the blueprint for how you can use video to make those goals happen, to make those dreams happen, to where when the opportunity comes, it's not going to be this huge heavy lift because you're not prepared for it. This blueprint should prepare you for taking advantage of those opportunities when they come up.
Yeah.
That's the sneak peek.
Yay. Well, I can't wait.
It's going to be, I'm excited for it. We'll see if I cut this or not. Part of the inspiration for it is a conversation I've had maybe like 10 or 15 times over the past couple of years of someone, like a good friend in the industry, a trusted friend reaching out and saying, like, hey, I know how important video is for marketing. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to start doing video. Can you help me with it? And me being like, absolutely. Like, what's the plan? And they're like, the plan is to start doing video. And I'm like, I know, but like, Like how? Like what kind of videos? Like where are you going to post them? Is there a story to it? Like what does that mean?
Yeah.
And there isn't a plan beyond wanting to start video.
Yeah.
So again, if I could give them handrails to make those dreams happen and make those goals happen, I will be thrilled with how it came out.
People are going to eat it up.
I hope so. So, what are you most looking forward to about WIPA Nationals?
We're also kind of nicknaming it WIPACon.
I've used WIPACon. I didn't know if that was like I didn't know if that was approved or not.
It's not an official thing, and it's like not an approved thing, but
but it's what it is. It's what it is.
It's WIPACon.
Okay.
I am most excited to see the 25 chapters all being together in the same room.
Yeah.
At one time, and for the first time is very special. Yeah. This is going to become an annual tradition, and to be a part of the very first one, like you always have the bragging rights, and we know how the FOMO works in this industry with our events. Like everybody who's not there is going to have the FOMO.
Yeah.
It's going to be undeniable, and it's going to be because the sense of community is going to be so real.
Yeah.
Like how you and I met, like there's so many of those stories out there where you wouldn't have ever experienced these cool things together.
Yeah.
And a lot of us like work on weddings together, but on wedding day, like there's so much happening. Like there's not as much time for camaraderie. Like it happens organically, and that's a beautiful thing, but WIPA gives you this other outlet to get to know people better and on a deeper level, and learn about their families and their hobbies and what they're passionate about, and gives you this community of people to lean on. I mean, I will tell you, without a doubt, whenever I have an SOS moment, it's always my WIPA friends, because we've been in the trenches together. We all have trust with each other. We know how each other operates, and same thing. I get the SOS calls from other people that I've served on the board with, and it gives you that safety net. You all have each other's backs no matter what.
Incredible.
Which is incredible. So excited to be a part of the first time for all the chapters to be together, of course. But we're seeing us also rally together to pull this off. We're asking for big sponsorships because it is the first time, and we're gathering a lot of people together. So I'm excited to see what all of these creatives come up with. We have Caitlin Fulton of Fulton Events, who, she really is who got WIPA Philadelphia off the ground and has grown that into what it is. And we all know WIPA Philly has such amazing galas,
huge
and people fly in from all over the country to attend.
Yeah.
So we're excited for it. It only feels right for her to do the kickoff party. Like,
of course,
like it's so cool.
Who would you rather have set the tone than?
Yeah. I mean,
her?
she's like the perfect one to like get everything going. Todd is designing the main stage, so all of his sister brands. So of course, Todd
Can't
Events,
wait.
Avant Garden, Vertical 360 for draping, Party Dallas. It is incredible seeing all of their teams and everything that they've been designing behind the scenes for this really sexy main stage experience.
Can't wait.
And this cool Todd cinnamon roll moment that you all see.
Is that
do what?
Is that a secret code? The cinnamon roll moment?
It's going to be a fun breakfast cinnamon roll moment.
I'm so excited to find out what that means.
You'll see.
I can't picture it at all.
You'll see. And then we have Kate & Co., who, landlocked luxury.
Love it.
The queen of the Midwest.
Love it.
And Shauna on her team, who's a lead planner. She was based in Dallas for a long time.
Oh, fun.
So it's cool to be kind of working with her now that she's with Kate & Co. So they're going to be doing the Monday night experience. And of course, Julian and his team are planning this. It's also the first time that WIPA DFW is doing a true gala. And
Can't wait.
You're like,
Come
the
on.
WIPA DFW events are like big. Everything's bigger in Texas. So like the first gala that they do,
it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. And when Julian was first describing his concept and walking us through the vision, I cried.
No.
I mean, literally
I
cried.
just feel myself smile. Like I feel goosebumps as you're talking about this.
I mean, the concept, LTA, it really leans into all of the craftspeople, all of the artists, all of the designers, all of the people sewing the threads to make the linens, all of the people putting the stems into the arrangements, all of the people cooking the food behind the scenes. It really is what he wants to be, a gift to the wedding community.
Wow.
For all of their talents and all of their work. And it is such a beautiful concept. And the attire mood board really is going to give everyone a chance to like have their own like wedding moment. So for all the ladies to be able to have like a bridal moment of their own is like really cool too.
What? Incredible.
So, yeah.
One thing, as we're talking, one thing that's jumping out to me, speaking of WIPA, because you have so much experience behind the scenes, like producing WIPA and running WIPA and planning the events and executing the events. And it's funny hearing you talk about it because I love WIPA and I'm passionate about it. But being based here in Waco, I've never been on a board to commute up there for each of the meetings, like would be such a big lift. I have no experience in the production side of like on the board running these events. And yet,
by the end of this podcast, you may be recruited, so you be careful.
Oh no, I don't think I have that capacity in my life right now. But what jumps out to me is the same way, even just attending the events, even not even getting to live in the city of the events that I'm attending. You were talking about the relationships you've built with the people you've served alongside on these WIPA boards, that they're who you call for SOS. And I think of how strongly so many of my wedding relationships are because of WIPA. Like from us, the first time we met, and so many other memories we have together have been at these WIPA events, through the flower fights, like through doing this stuff. But I mean, I can name person after person as you're naming all these past presidents, or you're naming Jordan, or you're naming, there's so many relationships I have. And WIPA is like the point of the seed for each of those. Like there's so many incredibly important relationships of people I love, but also vital relationships for my business to be where I am and how I've grown. And it all comes from WIPA. And as you're talking about all the chapters, 25 WIPA chapters, all coming to Dallas, I can't help but think like, oh man, from attending regularly the 2 WIPA chapters that I attend, like all the relationships that have come from those, to now think of 25 chapters in one room together and spending 3 days with those people, like such intentional time, such quality time, like such incredible people there. I can't even begin to think how excited I am to see what the future has from what's going to come from WIPACon, from those relationships that are happening right there. So again, we're talking about this. This doesn't happen. I'm getting the goosebumps again on my arms right now. This is insane, Jordan. So I could not be more excited about it. And to be able to take a little step towards, I want to plug it. I have volunteered as a videographer for lots of different WIPA events and been able to support it in that way. And I'm really excited to support it as a speaker for this one coming up. So I love it.
Well, I'm excited for your topic too.
Thank you.
I think it's going to resonate for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You get out of WIPA what you put into it. So, I mean, when you put your authentic self into it and your vulnerable self, like you get that back from other people tenfold. But that's everything in life.
That's everything.
The more you put into something, the greater reward that you get in return. So
Yeah. Amazing. And I've loved as the speaker set has rolled out of who's speaking and who's designing and the panels.
What are you most excited to hear speak?
Oh my goodness. I'm excited for some of the panel and the panel topics that are coming up.
Some really cool panels. Yeah.
And I'm already terrified to see the schedule of like which panels are happening at the same time that I'll need to like choose between this or that. I'm already terrified because I want to hear every speaker and I want to hear every panel and every breakout. So, this is such a cop out. There isn't one that's like, this is the one I need to know and that I want to learn about. I'm just really excited for honestly every single one that keeps getting announced.
Yeah. I mean, Damon John is like the one non-industry person speaking.
Yeah.
And that kicks everything off. So I'm really pumped for like that. And that's going to bring the energy for the rest of the program.
So I didn't even know. Is he kicking it off like day one?
Day
he's
one.
Speaking? Is that public information
right
or is this dropping right away?
It is now. And he's so motivational and entrepreneur that like is relevant to everyone. Yeah. So yeah, that'll be a fun one.
Such a cool name to have in there.
Yeah, it is. That was cool that all worked out the way that it did. Augusta Cole, I'm super excited. Yeah. I don't know that she's ever spoken from a main stage like this. She, in my experience, has like kept everything like closer to her. So I'm excited to see what nuggets she shares.
A rare opportunity. Yeah.
And I had the pleasure of working with her earlier this year, and her team are so talented in ways that I really had not seen before.
Cool.
And intense and passionate and all the good things that makes us great. And some of the OGs to be able to hear again, like Megan Ely, Brian Green, Adrian McDermott. So I'm pumped.
It's going to be amazing.
Yep.
It's going to be amazing. So for anyone listening who's on the fence about signing up, do you have a message for them?
Who's on the fence and why?
Well, we were saying before, I don't remember if we had the mics on for this, but we were saying before, the wedding industry, for how important like our clients' RSVPs are to us, we are so bad.
It drives us crazy when they don't RSVP, but we can't RSVP.
We're horrible
We're
at
the
it.
worst. We're the worst.
It's like,
worst.
oh, that's not happening for 3 weeks. I don't need to get that ticket yet. Get your tickets. Like, it's getting close. I mean, I don't know
really
if this
close.
is public information, but it's getting to the point of like, pretty soon there will be sold out notifications and people will be missing their chance. Like,
there's 50 tickets left at the conference. So
okay.
We're almost at that point.
People need to know that because nobody knows that information. I don't think anyone knows there's a cap.
The WIPA events always sell out. So
they always sell out.
Why is this a shocker?
Okay, we need to call Persephone and like get that a little louder though, because I feel like that's going to be shocking to people to know that. But there's like 50 tickets left. They probably will last like another week from the time this goes up that this is live. So like, get your damn tickets, right?
July 24th.
July 24th.
By the time this episode drops, I mean,
it might be gone.
It might already be sold out.
Man, this is going to piss people off. For us to talk this much about it, and it's like, oh, sorry, you can't buy one anyways. That's on you.
Yep.
That's on y'all. You should have RSVP'd.
You had months. Months.
Amazing.
This is so fun.
This is really
Thank
fun.
you.
Oh my God, of course. Yes. It's always a joy hanging out and talking with you and just getting time with you. And I love what the spirit you bring to the industry and the expertise and the passion and the refinement and the effort and energy and the heart that you put into not only what you do at Rosewood, but what you do at WIPA and every relationship you've built along the way. And it's just so fun sitting and talking about something we're both so passionate about. It's just refreshing.
Well, kudos to you with what you're doing. And this takes time, but it also takes some vulnerability to, do what you're doing and put yourself out there like this. And it's been so cool. I mean, when I first saw that you were launching this podcast, I was like, that's going to be very special. Wow. I think people are going to want to hear what you have to say. So, because as soon as people meet you, like, you're just so authentic. I mean, people are really drawn to, you. I mean, you're just like a real human. So.
Wow. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming all the way to Waco and safe times back up to Dallas.
I say if you don't like this music, you don't be listening to it. You know, I'm just a dude that you know, or something similar. If you don't keep it real, then you go somewhere but here, cause you know we're only losing control just for a minute.
Jordan, thank you so much for coming on. What a good friend, coming all the way through, making it happen here in Waco, Texas. If you see Jordan around, make sure to introduce yourself. If you're coming to WIPACon and you see Jordan there, let him know you saw the podcast, you're excited for it, excited for all the work you put in to make it happen. Thank you, Jordan, for coming on the podcast. Thank you for everything you're doing to make this industry a better place. Thankful for you. Hope you all will tune again next week. Can't wait for you to hear who the next guest is on this series. I should come up with a name for the series, right? I guess it's too late. I've already started it. Can't wait for y'all to hear next week from the next guest on the Texas Wedding Podcast.